Hello and welcome back to Divinity, Original Sin. We've been tying up lots of loose ends and sort of making some tangential progress towards solving the murder, but I think we're almost there. We've dealt with just about every big bad in the area, so it must be at the point now where we have enough information to move forwards, and if not, then we've missed something. So give me a second, I'm just waiting for my brother to join the game, and we shall get investigating. Okay, so it felt like last episode we both didn't make very much progress and were going round and round in circles a bit. So I spent a little time off camera reading up pretty much just every single book that we've actually got in our inventory.
Cool.
If I pull up all of these on Muley over here, sort them.
Yeah, it's the advantage of giving everything to Medora.
Yeah, so the interesting one, and the one that I wanted to draw attention to, is the letter to the conduit. Let's move away from these guys who are just talking over us quite a lot. We'll just come stand out here.
Didn't we just get that, or is that one from much earlier?
I can't remember, honestly. It's been a little while since I paid much attention to the lore that we were getting. But this unsent letter to the conduit is signed by Dr. Larian Studios, who you may recall is the doctor in the village. So I think we should go up and have a few stern words with him.
Well, that seems reasonable. I mean, I think that's the one that we got within the church. In fact, we can walk there. We don't need to use the portal thing.
I don't think it was within the church. I think it was from the Undertaker's hut outside the church. But yes, around about there anyway.
Yeah. So the doctor's place was not that one. Not that one. I think it's this one.
That's Evelyn's house. I think he was next to the... yeah, he's the Market Square.
Yeah, next to the Fletcher.
Tellyron's
house. Yeah, Tellyron's House of Healing. Oh yeah, because he was the one that already had one of the stones.
Yes.
And that's suspicious in itself.
So if he's still in here, we'll have a word with him. He's not.
Well, there's a back door and there's a chest in there. Oh, we've already looted it.
Well,
I say that like it's a surprise.
He's not in here. He's got to be somewhere else.
Well, we could have a hunt around, maybe look at the other suspects and see if there's anyone worth talking to that way.
Yeah, I mean, the other place that we haven't been into in town is Evelyn's house, which is locked. I could try and pick the lock.
It's pretty well locked. Let's have an examine of it. The lock level is 5. It's got 25% slashing resist, 50% crushing resist, and 75% piercing resist.
Oh, I really want to get in here.
Doesn't say anything about fire resist, though.
All right, go ahead. Let me quick save first.
Science.
Let me quick save first.
Okay.
There we go. Go ahead.
For science, right. It's burning.
It is. It's burning quite slowly.
That's all right, because we've also got Jahan with a wand.
Also, it's not on fire anymore, so... Yeah, see, now that we're actually bothering to look at her place, I can see a letter from the conduit on her desk inside, and a curious parchment, and if that's not suspicious, I don't know what is.
Just looking through the window. Okay.
Yeah, just looking through the window. I'm keeping my eyes out for anyone nearby, but it doesn't look like anyone cares that we're just breaking into this person's place.
Just
for those that haven't followed the series so far, Evelyn is one of the chief suspects in the murder that we're investigating.
So it's totally justified me flinging fireballs at the front door until we get in.
Yeah, this feels like it is a valid tactic.
Committed. That's
Okay.
never good when it auto-saves. Right.
So, letter from the
Room.
conduit. Curious parchment. There's a blank air scroll.
Got some rags. Ooh.
Ah, well, I guess that's what the secure lockbox key was for. I've also found a reveal spell, which, unlike most of the other spell scrolls, has some flavor text. A curious glow, nearly indiscernible to the eye, emanates from this parchment. Spotless, save a series of measured words inscribed by a careful hand.
I found Evelyn's diary.
Okay,
I've also, in my inventory, I've got the Imp's Notes and Blasphemy, the book, which I don't remember from last time. It could be that they were just moved across there, but I'm going to read Evelyn's diary.
Okay. I'm going to sleep in her bed.
Sem 15. Once Dietmar arrives with the staff, I will be utterly unstoppable. Sorry, lady's voice. Utterly unstoppable. I'm not going to do that voice. How pleased the conduit will be. How great the rewards she'll grant when she sees the evidence of my dedication. Oh, yeah, okay, Evelyn is totally guilty. The counselor will be of no concern to her now. I've taken the necessary precautions to disguise the Northwest Beach layer. Northwest Beach. Have a look on the map for that.
Okay.
From prying eyes. So that only those with knowledge of the spell may enter. I do say Ahu's little terror taking control of the northern path leading there was quite the unexpected boon. Few are the fools who will face that monstrosity, and my lair will remain undisturbed. May the goddess guide me. Octavianus the First. I've word that the conduit has done away with the so-called White Witch. Good riddance. She haunts Lacula Forest like an ill phantom, wailing over the natural order. Without her meddling, the strong will rise and the weak will fall, as is their nature. The Immaculate Way will flourish.
So she's got a lair on the beach, does she?
Perhaps that's where she stashed Jake's body.
Sounds
I'm
likely.
also going to read the Imp's notes. Why the seven gods exist not now nor ever have. Gods have fairy tales, phantoms, what more? Who could mistake the mysterious nature for the hand of ghost? A bounty and beauty of nature, it seems. Foolish to assign this wonder to some unknown and unknowing entity. Some may request I cast my mind's gaze not upon the lilies of the field, but upon the soul of man and higher beasts. But this I submit, that I have inspected the inner workings of men and beasts, living and dead, and have found no soul, only squirming red and bleeding purple. There is no god in those private chambers. Okay, so that was the imp with the massive traps that we went to just a moment ago.
Ah, fair enough. Okay, I'm going to read the letter from the conduit. Evelyn, T, which I guess is Thalion, tells me the hour is nigh. The king will live again. This is Brachus Rex, the necromancer king, or the undead king that the necromancers are trying to resurrect, something like that. When the stone is secured, I will be unstoppable. Surely you've heard about my sister already? Gone forever. There is so little that stands in our way now. Redouble your devotion, for the rewards are inconceivable. We shall meet again soon. Signed, the conduit. Through blood her power flows, through blood her triumph grows.
Inconceivable!
She wears that pantyhose. Something.
You've got a booger in your nose.
Also, odd parchment says it's got a recipe for reanimation serum. Boil the last mint sprouts of the season with a sludge made of 1 part crow's eye jelly to 4 parts sour holy water. Add the tear of a blind beetle and let stand for 2 moons. There are 2 hastily scribbled notes at the bottom of the parchment. The first reads, King Crab Inn, Mortician, evening. The second reads, Esmeralda, evening visit.
Well, the biggest thing that we've found so far is there's a lair on the beach.
Yeah. Let's go tell them that it's Evelyn first.
Oh, well, actually doing our duty, I suppose. Report to the captain?
Yeah. So he's all the way at the far side of town.
No, that's the mayor's office. That's not. That's Esmeralda.
There we go. It's all the way over
That's
here.
the cook's house. Legion headquarters, that's where we're going. A lovely building, if I do say so. I'm not sure if haste is actually going to help me get here any faster, but I'll try. Meow. Almost caught up to you.
This is just me quick saving, by the way.
Okay.
Aureus,
You again.
let's
Do feel
discuss
free to
Jake's
depart
murder.
Oh, still not finished with that sorry matter?
Oh yeah, he doesn't really care if we investigate or not, does he?
Yes.
Stolen? Gods, what a fool that Roberts is. Taking a bribe in beleaguered old Sicil. Ah, he has a lot to answer for. But not as much as the one that did the bribing in the first place. Guess your mission is pretty... What is in her diary certainly seems to implicate she dabbles in sorcery. Well, you're supposed to be the source hunter, aren't you? Go hunt some source!
Oh, he's brilliant.
Surely you have exhausted all the evidence that was to be found, no? A good bloodhound knows when the trail has gone cold. Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
I can't tell them to arrest Evelyn. I could tell
Oh,
them
right,
to,
fine.
could tell them to arrest Lady Esmeralda. I mean, she's
I
sort
think
of
it'd be good
implicated.
To put her out of the way anyway.
Arrest her. 3 pieces of evidence is more than enough to warrant taking her into custody.
I'd say agreed.
Agreed. What does it matter if the evidence is weak?
That's entirely what Sicario would say.
I remain skeptical, but the evidence brought before me is too damning to neglect, even if it was gathered by an amateur inspector. Have it your way. She'll be placed under arrest before the hour is out.
If we kill him, will it fail all our quests?
But even then, the rather flimsy proof you have gathered will hardly go a long way to convict her. A confession is needed. Once she's behind bars, see to it that she admits her crime.
Okay. While
If
we're
nothing
here,
else, it'll
What
keep
now?
her safe.
while we're
Quotes.
here, I'm going to sell him some like things that I stole from Evelyn's house.
That seems like a very apt plan.
Oh, except I dumped them on you. That's fine. Sell some other things.
I'm taking some empty potion bottles from Ahu's study. And a trap disarm toolkit. Oh, yeah, why not? 9-inch nails, a hammer. More potion bottles. This is basically what I spend my time doing. Stealing everything that's not locked down, and even some things that are.
Oh, actually, I'll keep those. I'll sell some of the hammers. I don't need 5 hammers. Let's even that up cash-wise. Now, skill-wise, I could learn Whirlwind for myself.
Right, I'm going to come back downstairs. Ahu's not up here. Nope.
I think that's probably all good. Do I want
Well,
those?
some of these
No, I
crates
don't
haven't
think
been
so.
looted. Oh, water balloon. Yeah. A fuse. Nothing.
Muley
I
wants to talk to
understood the
me.
Situation correctly. You had Esmeralda arrested on the basis of such flimsy evidence as a letter, a book, and a butcher's knife?
She's not happy with the amount of evidence that we gathered.
That's because it's
Woman is
Medora.
clearly no sorcerer. How could she, based on your evidence, have committed what was obviously a murder by magic? It pains me to see someone innocent of source jailed for a crime so
Hey,
sinister.
I said we were going to have her arrested for her own safety. And I stand by that.
Right you are. Surely a wicked sorcerer lurks in some corner snickering that an innocent has been blamed for his or her foul deeds. Once we find the real
I just want to get
darkness
Muley
behind
to
this
shut
crime,
up.
We'll quickly undo this most unjust incarceration of Lady Esmeralda. To think that someone so clearly innocent of magic should be jailed while scheming sorcerers walk free. It defies logic.
That's
Fair
so
enough.
funny.
So, I guess, now if we go back to the secluded beach, we can look for the secret lair?
I think casting the spell of reveal, or whatever it was you found, will certainly do that.
So, if you remember, when we came down to the beach last time, there was that guy that was asleep on a towel in front of a path leading up to a weird rock face. And we killed him, and we killed the sand demons that he summoned, but then we couldn't figure out what was going on
Evelyn's secret lair, it's marked on the map.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
I was right at the place, though.
Yeah. Right, so size seals. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to use the... There we go.
Right, sort by type.
But yes, I remember. Radagoth. Who is currently buried face down in the sand with the glowing
We
thumb.
who seek this hidden place the conduit keep. We who dare to speak the spell the goddess fear. We who step through yonder gate the hunters hate.
Seems the spell worked.
I like that you actually have to read it into a microphone for the spell to work.
Have you any councillors' corpses lying around, perchance?
Shall we go in?
Right, in. I buffed myself, so it's a covert vault.
Lead us to triumph.
Bit steep as the entrance.
A source sensor? Here?
An anemic cultist.
Well, you know what? Oh, there's a key. I feel I didn't need to buff myself for that fight.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, wool. Oh, there's a rat. We can talk to the rat as well.
Well,
Or I
you
can talk
can.
to the rat. There's patrols up ahead.
Okay. Well done, rat speak. Poor Ratty. Who's only helpful?
Just because I can talk to them doesn't mean they're not vermin. Yeah, there's nothing
Oh,
else to
actually,
loot back here.
there's orc rangers up ahead.
I wonder if there's like a
Oh,
counter.
oh!
What can I do for
Don't
you,
lie on the
source
rack.
hunter? And so let the hunt
What?
continue.
Oi, is you the one what locked this here gate? We need to speak to Evelyn.
Why do you need to see Evelyn?
Myself, I need a hand choosing drapes for me kitchen windows. Are you daft? I need to inform her about the happenings in the Black Cove.
That might have been us. We went to Black Cove and we slaughtered 100 orcs or so.
Yeah.
But since my lady seems to have barred her gates to the likes of us, why don't you tell her this, small bones? We've run into a snag in the cove, but we're pushing through. The Starstone will be hers soon enough. I reckon if you don't already know, that may be above your pay grade.
He's awfully well spoken for an orc.
Better yet, have a look
Really
at yourself.
is.
You seem like just the type those pirates would love to get their hands on. Can't you recognise a fellow immaculate when you
I
see
keep
one?
rebuffing just in case we enter combat because I think it's going to be a fight.
Don't mean we ain't equal in the goddess's eyes. Is that right, small bones? Maybe you can give me a single good reason for
Oh,
I rip your
you should have
arms
let me
out.
do the talking.
Didn't have a chance. Okay, so it's his charm 2 versus my charm 4. And yes,
Okay.
it makes you play rock, paper, scissors.
So I'm going to haste myself. I'm going to do fast here.
So
I'm
far
gonna
it's
make a
8-2, 8-4. Yep, we win. I'm going to charm him out of there.
Fair enough, small bones, fair enough. Let the good lady know we look forward to meeting with
In the
her.
meantime, I'm looting everything else in the room.
Now, we could still kill them.
I'm totally down with that idea. Let me loot the various corpses first.
They're getting away.
Okay, hold on. Okay, fast seer on myself.
I have
That'll do it. All right, survivor's karma. Yeah, range power stance and then ricochet.
Seeks more than one target.
Oh yeah, I totally just killed one with a ricochet shot.
Yeah, plus I had half killed him already.
That's not the point. First kill goes to Siscario.
Right. Of course it does. Now, what's my chance to hit? 100%. Now it's
I
only
made
90%.
everyone lucky. Now it's only 90%.
Eternal silence awaits you.
That was impressive. I'll give you that.
Hi! He's only got like
You know
one
what would
health
be
left.
really funny?
What if he died by rain?
No, right, so that's going to take that. So I can move 2 and then still do it. Let's spin the screen around.
You just dropped him in the air, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. You got the...
Yeah, so this rack over here, get on it.
No. I saw what happened to you. Mug of water.
Like,
Get the
why
boots as
can
well.
you get on a rack? That's what I want to know.
Don't ask foolish questions.
Yeah, the game is real time except when combat comes along, which is good because you can like go into this vertical mode, have a good think about what you want to do, really plan out your tactical game.
Oh yeah, I forgot that there's the overhead view, isn't there?
Yeah, I've only used it like twice during the game for very specific fiddly targeting.
There's another rat in here who's covered in oil. I'm going to open the door if you're ready. Do you want a quick save?
Okay. Maybe we should go the other way. This seems to be Evelyn's.
They seem to be impervious to any other distractions.
Oh, you started a fight.
No, I didn't. I'm still outside.
Okay, Jahan started the fight. So the rat says, wow, Evelyn has so many friends. I bet they'd do anything she asked. So who are we in combat with? Oh, the cultist initiate.
Yeah,
Well,
I was saying maybe we should go the other way rather than in here first.
Because
But
I've got a brilliant plan for this.
why are they all weak?
I think in case you haven't spent ages like buffing yourself before getting here.
Yeah, like we do feel a little bit over leveled for this point. Like maybe the game thought we would have solved the murder a long time ago.
No, all the side quests first.
Now that rat is kind of conveniently placed.
That's fine. I'm okay with rat death. Did you miss the rat? You missed the rat.
He kept walking, but I was able to use him to like actually charge into the room, which is all I cared about. Now everyone
couldn't
else is
teleport
slightly
forwards.
too far away, except that guy.
That was brilliant.
They're doing magic,
You know
They
what that
like-
means?
casting absorb the elements on each other.
So we should use something that's not really an element.
What, like an arrow?
That would work. Or
Gravity?
he's too far. Whoops! There goes gravity. Where
Drop him on the oil.
is the? Oh, there it is. I'll put him right there. He's not having a good day. Cultist Ranger. That's kind of funny.
Oh,
Resist.
Muley. Glad I didn't oil myself.
And a little tickle. I mean, that was 28 damage out of 440.
Yeah. So Adam, what is Vagrant Story? I've not played that myself. Now, how can I get around there? I guess I'm just going to have to come around here and then charge.
Walk and then smack.
Yeah. if I charge to here, I'll be in a better position for killing the next person that comes along.
That seems reasonable. Blessing the person who's on the floor.
Oh yeah, I should buff us. Oh, field medic. He's no longer weak.
Oh.
What? Did he just...
He missed.
Great.
He missed with something that you can't miss with.
Oh, he used a knockout arrow, but he didn't have a line of sight. That's just special. That really is.
Let's go ranged power stance.
Oh, I put it in top-down mode. Woo!
Right, I can actually get 5 with this splintered arrow. Let's go. Bang.
Nice.
That was pretty good.
Oh, right. Okay. So Adams replied. He said it was a old console game where the adventure part was real time, but the battle sequences were turn-based.
Ah, cool.
Heavy emphasis on stamina control. Yeah, you kind of have a similar thing here with the action points. Like, if you use them, then they obviously get used up. You regenerate a certain amount per turn, but you can carry them over and just build them up if you decide to just hang around instead of moving. I don't normally recommend just hanging around instead of moving.
Except when we've done it tactically, like let them come to us and then muller them.
Yeah. Don't actually have enough AP. Yeah, this is a good example, actually. I don't have enough action points to move and attack. So if I just move kind of close, like to within melee range, then if this guy flees, I'll get a free attack. But also I'll still carry that 1 action point over till next turn.
You're cursed, so your chance to hit is reduced by 30%, but that in itself is fine. There's also area of effect skills, so I can do a lightning bolt on if I move a little bit. Oh no, there's not quite enough. That's going to take 6, which is all of them. Right, I'm going to just blat. Yeah, let's just take 1 out. These guys are so dumb. They're like us when we started. I walked onto oil. I'm totally going to set him on fire. Leave that initiate on the oil, please.
Oh.
I want to make him burn.
Okay.
Are you going for the massive overkill? Well, why not, I say.
Just summon Zombie Nick, because who doesn't love Zombie Nick?
With his exploding foot that grows back.
There you go. Plus, he, like, he's a distraction.
Oh yeah, he's a good distraction. There's a...
Thing about me bleeding is I'll just drink up my own blood again.
Here comes the foot.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's like a really massive area of effect.
Yeah, it's huge.
Don't actually have enough to do anything, so I'm just gonna move like to here. He's really slow.
Yeah. Okay, so striking from the shadows.
So you just killed the one that you just killed the one that Medora was fighting.
None of the others were in range.
Considering she just walked over there because she couldn't reach anyone else.
I know.
I suppose I could kill that guy, or I could kill that guy. Could probably hit this guy, right?
That
nice.
Works.
Congratulations, you set fire to the oil.
Would you care to hear a little tale?
A little tale of a zombie. Zombie called Nick. Who was once headless?
That's me just drinking the blood off the floor to heal myself.
Actually healed almost as much as you've taken in damage.
I'll heal more in a second. I just need to make him bleed some more.
Poisoned Nick.
Well,
Nick,
that's
who
just
I
going to
think
heal
probably
him.
regenerates from...
Adam, you are quite right. Divinity 2 is out already. We're just playing through Divinity 1 before we play our way through Divinity 2. Before this, we were playing through, well, other fantasy games like Grim Dawn. And before that, I can't remember. There was something else, I'm sure.
Red Solstice.
Oh, yeah, Red Solstice. Well, basically, we just go through all sorts of things over time.
Oh, there's so much to loot here. There's a tube. And
There's lots of
skull.
arrows, which I'm sort of picking up and I'll send over to you, but... Lab junk. Lab
That's
junk.
what I'm grabbing at the moment. Nothing on that corpse.
I'm just going to
Nothing
quick
on.
save before we accidentally trigger some cutscene.
Right, let's
or
talk to
anything.
this rat. Oh, that's... Yeah, right.
I guess someone else got hit
You didn't
first.
warn us about the trap, so you get to die.
Should I steal the washing tubs? Yeah, sure.
So much stuff. I mean, this is all worth like 1 gold each, but it's free because it's right here.
Yeah, we do play very loot the room. So there's a Book of Blasphemy, which I think you already had a copy of.
Yeah.
Nothing but rubbish.
Nothing
We are
there.
pretty much just getting loads and loads of junk. Right.
One man's trash is
When
another
this
man's.
happens, I usually do this.
Did you just give stuff to me?
No.
Why am I carrying 161? Why have we got 4 washing tubs?
I have no idea. Ooh, playing Diablo 1 together. Well, the thing about Diablo 1 is it's a single player game, so that's not actually possible. At least from memory, it's a single player game. I mean, you're quite right. It is the hardest game in the series, and it was very, very enjoyable. Man, I remember just like being 15, 16 and playing. Was I 16? I can't remember.
It was so good.
It was around about then anyway, and just playing it like just over summer holidays and just spending hours and hours and hours playing it. It was so much fun. Yeah, there would be no problem with streaming it. It would take a little bit of getting it to work. Like I've got a virtual box set up, so I could certainly get like an old version of Windows or something to run it. That wouldn't be an issue. But yeah, it would be kind of a case of just having a co-commentator rather than someone actually taking part.
There's a pot still here, and I tried combining it with a pot.
You're quite
and it
right,
didn't
actually.
work.
It was multiplayer over LAN, wasn't it?
Yes,
and then
it
eventually
was.
through Battle.net, yeah.
Let's try combining that with a Fanny Blossom note.
Oh, yes, and I remember it was friendly fire is on and you couldn't turn it off. So
Yes.
playing the rogue was like the worst thing to do because everything you do kills the other person.
Fireballs from the mages.
So what were you doing with the still?
I was just trying to combine it with stuff, but that didn't particularly work.
Bucket doesn't work.
So I think we've looted this area thoroughly. It's a shame you can't read that banner thing. Let's zoom in a little bit. Interesting. It's not going to tell me anything about it, though. So I think maybe the other way that you were suggesting is the way to go.
All right, let's have a
Although,
quick
actually,
look
there's
around.
Secondary door over here.
I was going to say, let's have a quick look around for any doors or switches that we've missed. Yeah, this looks like it goes down and on, so let's go back.
The conduit is down there.
Yeah, let's go back first.
Okay, while you're going back, I'm going to loot the baskets in here. Someone is crying for help down there.
Don't care.
Councillor Jake, made undead.
There is not a way back, okay? So, keep
Zombie
going.
Jake is down there.
Yes, sorcerer with chain lightning. Yes, I can imagine that. No, it's all right. Don't worry about taking the conversation off in different directions. It's all welcome on these channels. Oh, Evelyn's down there.
Yeah. All right, hang on. So before we go down, cheers.
Curse your stupidity, Evelyn. Look over there. Your foolish games have brought source hunters into our very midst.
Oh no, I'm trying to listen in. How do I listen in? It's not letting me listen in.
The conduit
Can I
is the
do
one
attack
talking.
her?
I have no time for these
Basically, she's saying she has no time for distractions.
Deal with these
Stop
insects
photobombing.
Understand?
I'm talking to the rat.
Of course, oh holy conduit. I will deal with them swiftly.
Okay.
Oh,
That's good to
Evelyn
know, rat.
reckons she can take us. And there's Zombie
Alright, well,
Jake.
Hold
Zombie
on.
Jake.
I'm gonna come back and rebuff us just before you finish.
Are you ready?
Yeah, ready now.
You! Your
Oh, she wants to talk.
my affairs has cost me dearly. More dearly than you'll ever know. What a pleasure it will be to see the source shred your every last sinew.
So you may have guessed, Source is an illegal sort of magic. Magic is generally fine. Source is like wild magic-ish.
I'm gonna talk to this
You
other
mean
rat
like
quickly.
Bloodstone, I suppose. Ha! It was named like that for a reason, Source Hunter. I'll put it simply. We start with Starstone. A pretty gem, but hardly special.
Oh, interesting. They make the bloodstones out of star stones.
Known only to the enlightened few. If
I'm
imbued with
finding
blood,
out that she's
Starstone
destroying the
retains
starstones
power
with
to
sticky
wield.
red sap.
Life given to the stone
That's
is a
blood,
life
I
one
imagine.
can give to another.
I would suspect so.
To save a great life,
Yeah, sorcerer. It's kind of weird because it's like source magic, so sorcerer is correct in this case. Yeah, it seems like it should be a typo because it doesn't read like a real word, but no, it's the magical practitioner of source magic is the sorcerer of this spelling.
That wretch is but a thrall, a tool.
While
But
you're
the
talking and I
conduit
can't
trusted
listen in, I'm gonna
I
loot
was
everything
determined
else.
To find out why and resurrected him. His unwillingness to cooperate
At the moment,
has
she's
proven
just saying
something
everyone
of
is a
an
tool
annoyance,
and she's
but
been
no
using them for
matter.
her own purposes. It's a
Of
little bit of
course.
exposition, but
Just
nothing
a
very
little
interesting.
more
She's
pain.
very pretentious. So I'm going to accuse her of being a sorcerer.
Yes. A
Yes,
sword.
Okay,
she
I'll
says
come
she
back
is.
and
Disciple of blood,
I'll come back and
chaser of
buff you.
life everlasting.
And then I'm
True
assuming we're going to
sorcerer
engage.
is but an
She's not scared of
inconvenience
death.
to rid oneself. Rackus Rex, centuries in his grave, will
You
walk
just made her lucky.
healthy as a newborn
Really? Ah.
babe.
Well,
That is our power.
so at the moment she's a friend.
Of sorcery.
Yeah. I don't know how to get you to listen in to me. Normally you just like click on her, but
I know, but if I click on her, I try and shoot her. That's the difference this time.
okay. I'm asking her who Brachus Rex is and why she's trying to resurrect him. Apparently he was the greatest sorcerer.
His power outmatches us all. He will aid us
And
He'll aid us in our
will
task.
aid them in their task.
Yeah,
But she hasn't said
I'm
what that
just
is.
about getting it in the chat window down
Oh,
here.
cool.
But she is our leader.
Ah, Leandra.
Leandra is her name. The conduit is her title. But no, you are not worthy of such knowledge. Considering the imminent turn of the tide, Source Hunter, you should trust me.
Right, fight.
Perfect
finally.
timing. I just put our buffs on. Oh my god. A Bloodwind Demon, a Charboned Lieutenant, Demonic Ram, and I'm going to use my... What the hell?
Well, she seems to get quite an alpha strike in this combat.
I'm glad I buffed us.
I'm
thinking Charming Arrow.
yeah. Go for it.
They seem to work quite well. So Charming Arrow on maybe the Bloodwind Demon, or... No, let's do it on the Charboned Lieutenant. Yep. And I'm going to do another one.
On the enslaved Cyclops.
Is that the...
One at the back.
I can't because she's in the way. So I'll do it on the Bloodwind Demon that's right next to us. Ah, failed. Okay, well in that case... Let's haste miss itself, ready for next turn. At least we've got one ally in this fight.
Jahan, please cast Rain. And then I would ask you to cast Regeneration on Muley, but I don't know if you've got the action points to do so.
Just about.
For those that are wondering, I call her Muley because her name is too similar to my wife's, and she wonders if I'm calling her from the other room.
And also, we load all the crap onto her that we don't want to carry ourselves, so she is like a mule.
Yeah.
I think they're actually healing the lieutenant by attacking it with fire.
Interesting. What am I going to do? I suppose just charge through again.
Yeah, so they were healing the lieutenant. I made the right choice of which one to charm. That's funny.
If I go through to here... That's right, I ran through fire, set myself on fire, ran through blood, drank the blood on the way through, and I've ended up wet rather than on fire and fully healed.
It's a pretty good run, I'd say.
Skills.
As far as marathons go, I mean, that's up there with the Graves.
I'm just going to buff our entire group.
Comrades, we are all exalted above all others.
Duh.
Although that has encouraged the charred bone lieutenant, which is kind of weird.
That's fine. I mean, he's charmed for...
He summoned a charred bone scout.
I'm not sure if this is actually the right thing for us, but... This is going to be the longest, weirdest fight.
Yeah, this is now the most complicated combat in our game yet.
Splintered Arrow, I'm going to get it right in the middle of this, and we're going to focus on the Bloodwind Demon.
Yikes.
And I just obliterated most things.
Yes. I think you caused the demonic rams to explode.
That was awesome. I'm gonna ricochet on her.
Well, there goes
I killed the enslaved Cyclops wizard as well. I'm just so awesome. And yeah, she's taking out the scout next to us.
Now you're blind.
That's just not fair. Okay, well, I could freeze her at this point, or we could just focus on actually killing her.
Yeah, the downside at the moment is that my two people are stunned, so I would just focus on killing her.
Oh, no! Misclick. Damn it.
Almost fresh apple pie.
Alright.
Oh,
fine.
Jason Momoa, what are you doing? Kill Stealer.
Kill gonna come from one of our ads. Yes!
Yep. Oh god,
brilliant.
look, she had paintings of pigs and things.
So she's basically one of us. Just because.
No glory in this death.
I'm totally okay with tripping an ally and then taking it out. Right, so I actually did the wrong thing. I did Shocking Touch rather than Bitter Cold, but it still stunned her. So it means I get to freeze this dude. which is going to work really well for us. And blind him. So he's frozen and blind.
You know you healed him, yeah?
Oh, because the... Ah, damn right, fine. Fine. Well, he's stunned, so I'll just gradually whittle him down. Actually, let's save the action points for the next turn. Are you still stunned?
No.
No. Oh, that sounded heavy.
I am still slow. Ah, good evening there, Dark Shadow. That is kind of an ugly pig.
You just zoomed in on the picture.
I have just zoomed in on the picture.
It looks creepy happy.
The Source Hunter. Dear
Okay, I'm blind.
you have landed in Sicil, drawn to my source little corpse like flies to X.
Well, zombie, are you listening to Zombie Jake?
No, I'm talking to Jason Momoa.
Oh, right. Zombie Jake is talking to me, so you might want to finish up your talk with him
Okay.
so that you can listen in.
Continue. In fact, I'll skip past this. As wonderfully eloquent as he is, the very premise is despicable.
How much are these things worth? 56. Let's get rid of some of this junk.
Cool. All right, now I'm gonna listen into Zombie Jake.
Okay, I'm just selling him some lab junk.
Okay, I'm totally not just picking up the painting of the pig and the resurrect scroll off the ground and stuff.
Ooh.
I will listen in just a moment once I've finished looting the nice armor. There we go. Okay.
Well, here I am. A man no longer. A monster instead. Unworthy of a conduit's grace.
That's some good voice acting there.
Yeah.
The very same. Jake, counselor by day.
Ooh, he was a sorcerer.
Sorcerer by night. Martyr in...
I like his top hat.
Me? Do you contest it? Huh? You presumptuous dog.
Okay.
Leandra! Oh, blessed conduit.
Dark Shadow says, don't worry, if you become blind, your other senses become more stronger.
Well, I'm not entirely convinced that Siscario's blindness could be helped beyond just waiting.
Leandra's own sister. The pox upon her.
Interesting.
I, Ikara, I spit on every syllable. They call her the White Witch. She is powerful in her own right, but never...
Maybe it's about to go all Chronicles of Narnia, and this is why that other kingdom is all filled with snow.
I think Ikara had been, air quotes, taken care of based on what we were reading. Or maybe that was just saying that it was about to happen.
Very little indeed. What concern was that foul woman of she shunned her sister's teachings? Can you believe that? She could have been the very girl.
Alright, family squabble.
Upon her, blessed Leandra, I invoke you. Open her veins, bleed hard for my murder. A tale of woe. The time, a misty midnight.
Ah, okay. So there's one other party.
The players. My conduit was there to meet with this
I wonder if it was Ahu.
It could have been Brachus Rex.
stand ready.
Yeah, it could have been.
Overpower him if necessary. I heard sounds of passion at first, but later of angry argument. Then I heard Leandra's command, and I entered the room. She
Okay.
swerved past me and
Fair enough.
grasp of her.
Finish him!
The man lay on the floor, struck down, and ready for my knife, which I get. But not a moment later, Ikara burst through the window, and I was defenseless.
Because his knife was in the other dude's chest.
Yeah. Like, I'm not feeling very sorry for him at the moment. In fact, I wouldn't really call this a murder. I mean, what he did is a murder.
Yes. What happened to him might be considered justice, even.
She who thought herself the conduit's favorite couldn't stand that I had been privileged as a confidant. When she realized the conduit had been in the inn the night I was killed, she couldn't stand to think that I had been trusted where she had not. She brought me back to unlife so that I would reveal what I knew. She wanted to work.
Okay, so let's talk about Brachus Rex then.
Yes, yes. The king.
Okay.
Okay, so it wasn't Brachus Rex in there.
His knowledge of the source is the hour is nigh. You do not realize it yet, but his axe and I am of little use to Leandra's cause now. My worm-eaten bride is an insult to her perfection. To my grave, then, I will go. I suppose she'll not...
And then he just dies.
Oh, he's climbing actually under the cobblestones. That's impressive.
If our murder victim's one of them crazy cultists, anyone could be.
Maybe you are one of them without really knowing it. I know you to be paranoid enough to contemplate the possibility. So, contemplate.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
right, just freak out Muley. Poor Muley.
Way to mess with people's paranoias.
Right, before you get looting everything, I'm going to quick save, because that's going to be enough for this episode. We have made stonking progress in uncovering the murder and the details behind it. I would say pretty much this thing is solved, although it has now opened the door to a far larger problem to this whole area of the world.
Yes, they should all burn with fire, but alas, we won't be able to do that this episode.
Yeah. So thanks very much for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this as much as we have and will be joining us for the next. Remember to like these videos if you like them and subscribe to our channels if you haven't already. And we'll see you again next time for some more Divinity Original Sin.